And of course, there's a technical snafu right off the top. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to the Regulars Casual Friday. Here's my soundboard. Bah, 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 bah. I can't do that stuff. As you can see, I'm basically Garth again from Wayne's World. I'm all alone today, probably scared out of my mind. Welcome to a fun Friday, everybody. I'm so glad there's already 100 people popping up in the chat. Welcome, Cindy. Welcome, Crystal. Welcome, Megan. Welcome, Melissa. Welcome, everybody. We are without Stacey McGonigal today. She's taking a very, very well-deserved break, and she's up at a cottage. And because now I'm no longer in Canada and I could no longer go to cottages, I felt super jealous. So today I'm bringing on a bunch of friends, and we're going to have a cottage morning together, a jealous cottage morning. So without further ado, why don't we start bringing them on in? You all know this first person, know him, love him because he's here because it's Friday. Give it up for Casual Friday.
Yeah.
How you doing today, Robbie?
I'm doing fantastic.
I feel like I'm overdressed because you got it unstrapped. So let's.
Oh, I'm so sweaty. You can already see how sweaty I am. Whoo, doctor. Watch out. Whoo, doctor. It's going to be a ball game.
I love it. I'm just going to jump right into it, I think, too, man. I think, let's just get everybody out here and we'll have a good time together. Does that sound?
Sure.
That's smart thing to do,
I also love host Jason, like single host Jason. Totally different vibe.
I know. I'm like, how do I do this? Normally, I'm like, please just let me listen and say words that I don't know how to say, and I can talk about movies I've never seen, and then we're okay.
And now you're like, haha, love that. On to our next
Where's the teleprompter? Yeah. Well, she's declared herself the new Stacey for today, so why don't we bring out the new Stacey for today? Another person we all know and we all love. The wonderful Miss Two Little Sandwiches, Jen Caruana.
We got ducks on the pond. Ducks on the pond.
Woo, doctor.
I can't even with this sweaty energy. Ducks on the pond.
I also love that everybody's brought their own soundboard today. I love it.
Oh yeah. I feel like I'm all face.
You know what we'll do then? We'll bring in our last person to sit at the cottage. We're sitting around a fire. What would you be doing right now at a cottage at it's 9:30 a.m. for me. So what would you be doing at a cottage 9:30 a.m.?
We'll be on the dock going for a swim.
All right. Well, let's see if this old man pops out of the water. Welcome our last guest for today, the amazing Kris Siddiqi.
What?
I got a brick.
Thank God you found it.
Been a brick by the dock.
Bricking by the dock on the bay, wasting time.
Did you guys get my song? My song was one of the themes from The Price is Right. Remember The Price?
Oh, yeah. I was doing the correct clap.
Which apparently is still going on. I kind of want to go there and get on an episode right now because I feel like they don't have anybody in the studio's audience. So you're like, where do you run from? I don't know. But
yeah, and isn't Drew Carey the host of?
That's been about a decade. But yes,
And
Drew Carey.
does he still have the tiny microphone?
I don't think so because that would. No, I don't think so.
I heard he has a huge microphone now.
Yeah, he walks on like this.
Yay!
Johnny, bring him down.
It's a brand new car.
Remember to spay and neuter your pet.
He actually went the opposite way. He's went for like dog breeding. He loves like when dogs just get together.
Just let your dogs fuck. Just let your dogs
fuck.
Let them run free.
Never get your dog spayed or neutered.
This is great. The chat's loving everybody that's here. Cindy is here for this vibe. I don't know if you guys were listening last week. It's only a week away since Cindy Gate. She was stuck in an elevator. She was literally locked in an elevator for over half an hour.
That's a nightmare. I'm so glad you made it out. I was there for part of the ordeal, and I was glued to my seat.
You were in the elevator for part of it?
No, I was like I was watching the pod.
Oh.
And then I saw Cindy say she was trapped in an elevator. I was like, well, I can't leave now.
No,
Yeah.
it feels like an episode of a sitcom in some way, shape, or form.
Or a nightmare.
A nightmare, yeah. Whew, the tension.
My nightmares are all sitcoms.
Jason's basically WandaVision.
Oh God.
Yeah, and that's gone now. Well, let's get into like what is everybody drinking today, because we all came to the cottage. We're all got some drinks to bring. It's Casual Friday.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to. We might as well just lead with the master of cocktails. Baker, what are you drinking today?
Oh, because Stacy's not here, I thought I'd go for a Stacy classic.
Sick.
Because Stacy's not here, I'm ready to party. No. So I went for coffee and Baileys. Yummy.
Of
You
course.
get caffeine. You get booze. Watch
You
out.
get cream.
You get cream.
Little sweeties.
And then it's like, whoo, doctor, whale of a ball game.
Yeah, nothing cools you when you're like trapped in a sweaty, hot room for over an hour with no chance for ventilation. Nothing cools you down more than a hot coffee,
hot
and something
creamy
thick.
coffee.
You put a diuretic and a depressant together, and you got yourself a party.
Ducks on the pond.
Oh,
The ducks are coming.
I don't know, man. Throw a fucking raw egg in there, and you got a fucking breakfast, buddy.
Oh my God, Jason! Remember your weird egg?
Yeah, I do, and I don't remember why it was weird anymore. Why? Oh, because it had like.
It was all spotty and
It
misshapen.
was soft. Yeah, it had a Oh.
Yeah, someone in the chat had checked it out. I think it might have been Megan even. But someone was like, "Oh yeah, that means that the duck or not the duck."
Duck, ooh la la!
Whoa.
Excuse
I get
me,
duck eggs.
Monsieur
That's-
Parisien.
I eat duck eggs. But the chicken has like a weird disease, and you're like, "Oh, okay, great." But then they're like, "Don't worry, it doesn't mean that you get it too." So I threw them
good.
out. I did throw them out.
Doesn't mean that you get it.
It's not necessarily true that you would get it.
Chris, it was the most fucked up egg. Like it was oval, but it had a different shape to it. It had taken on a different shape.
And it had teeth.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the reason why I showed everybody is because there was a couple in that carton, and there it is. It was Haley bronchitis egg, which also great little emoji, perfect bronchitis egg, love it. But I had eaten one prior and just I was
Got so sick right on the podcast.
Yeah, that's an important part of the story. He'd been like, I'll eat this.
I had eaten one, and then I was about to take Charlie out to the park, and I was like, hold on one second. And I ran to the toilet, and I puked a bit. I was like, what was that from? And then I remember, oh, yeah, I ate a weird egg this morning. But then I was fine. It was just a quick little vomit.
It's almost like Airplane, the movie, but they started eggs started coming out of their mouth.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eggs is already one of those things that are like,
I know.
You got to be careful around eggs, I think. And if an egg looks like weird, you're automatically like, nope, that's a bad egg.
That's where that saying comes from.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like I have an egg story for each one of you. Because Chris, do you remember
Oh, I love this.
when you...
I wish I had a soundboard just so I could play a segment, Jan's Egg Stories.
I don't actually have one for Rob, but you left...
Almost all of us.
You left eggs boiling on your stove and then came to work at Second City and they exploded. Do you remember?
Yes.
Sorry. I have a lot of egg stories too, guys. I don't know why I'm bringing
they
this all up.
exploded like you left them and came to work and they exploded while you were at work kind of thing?
So was the water had all boiled away, they exploded in the pot, and then you burnt the house down.
I feel like Chris doesn't remember at all.
He remembered
Chris is
on
like,
it.
yes,
He remembered and then went back to turn the stove off, but the eggs had exploded.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's all. Sorry,
And
Chris. I don't mean to
also-
embarrass you by this story.
No, it's fully my fault, and I take all responsibility for that.
That's a big
also-
enemy because I don't know who else's fault it would possibly be.
It smelled like octopus too. I don't know how. After the eggs exploded, I was like, "Who roasted octopus in my place?"
Because they were octopus eggs.
Yeah. Like, you know how Jason eats only duck eggs
Yeah.
that come out as cubes? I only eat octopus eggs. Yeah. Oh, this is weird. Egg is shaped as a.
It's got 8 legs.
absolute cube. It has corners on it. This is great.
That's so weird. This egg can do intricate puzzles and form relationships.
Yeah, that's so weird. I can
This
roll
egg
this
actually
like a
gets
dice.
me and listens to me. Yeah.
I made all one side yellow.
All right, time to eat. All right, let's go to the park.
Dun, 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 dun.
As Jan takes another big. Jan, what is it you're drinking over there?
I've got a modified Arnold Palmer.
Whoa.
Cool.
Yeah, we've
Flat beer jam.
Yes, just flat beer. In the last couple of days, we've just gotten really into the Arnold Palmer because
I feel like then you've retired. That's what
yeah,
that
like
means,
this
right?
is my life now. It's like
Gotta
me.
buy one of those lawn chairs that fold out, but they're like braided with old flannel panels.
Yep. It's me yelling at the pigeons on my balcony and drinking an Arnold Palmer.
What's in an Arnold Palmer?
It's just iced tea and lemonade mixed together, but it's not even because we just had those, those things that you squirt into water to make your water flavored?
Yeah, like the Mios and stuff.
Like Neo, but we had, like Sheldon remembered that we had this like iced tea and lemonade, and I said, as a joke, make me an Arnold Palmer. And then I really got into them.
What booze goes into an Arnold? It's so hard to say.
Anapana.
What booze goes into an Anapana?
What you put your
Sorry, guys, you're cut off. No, it's not that. I just can't say Arnold Palmer.
I don't.
Just can I have an Arnold Palmer? No.
It's
you're cut off.
I don't know. I don't think booze goes into an ayapama.
Oh, you can put any booze.
You can put in booze. You can put in booze, but I think it's just a straight drink.
Huh.
You can put in. I think it's vodka, isn't it, or gin?
Or
I
gin,
can't remember,
maybe.
but it's
Gin,
a clear one for
gin
sure.
would probably be nice.
But yeah, because I've seen like the cans of Arnold Palmer, and it's just lemonade and iced tea, right? Basically.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tasty.
Like, here's a famous guy who has a drink named after him, and it doesn't have booze in it? That seems weird to me.
Maybe he wasn't a boozer. Maybe
Well,
he was,
Shirley Temple.
Yeah.
But she was a child.
Not always.
Doesn't matter.
Not always.
Not always. Not always.
It was a different time
Not
back then.
always.
Judy Garland,
Buck Rogers.
Buck Rogers, Shirley Temple.
Quentin Tarantino.
Right.
Don Cheadle.
What's
What are
in
we
a Don
naming these people
Cheadle?
here? What's happening?
Oh, a Don Cheadle would be. I bet a Don Cheadle would be delicious.
Oh, the Don Cheadle. It's Bailey's and
Yeah. It's like
an Arnold Palmer.
Kahlua.
That's it.
Kahlua.
Kahlua.
Yeah.
What's in a Quentin Tarantino?
Feet.
Yeah, feet. Yeah.
Feet and like 90 proof vodka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dirty feet.
And like garlic.
Yeah. Oh,
well,
yeah.
Next time we all get to go out together, drinks are on Nige.
AO
Next round of
format.
AO.
Now it actually sounds Spanish again.
There you go. I don't know what a Spanish liqueur is, or else I would have mentioned it. Chris, what are you drinking?
Water.
Water. Chris is the kind of guy that has a wild night at the
Natural.
cottage and then wakes up and has water.
Water. From the
Dude's got a-
bathtub.
Dude's got a brick.
Yeah, man. I got a brick. I started using this. You know how like I started doing exercises and stuff, and I don't have free weights, but I have these bricks. So I was like, maybe I'll use a brick. And you kind of feel badass when you work out with a brick, you know?
I've done the same thing. Like, I
was
go to
about
my backyard and lift bricks, and it's like stare at the neighbors. I lift a couple bricks.
Speed. Trust. Agility. Revenge.
Hey, can I borrow your lawnmower?
I know. Honey, can you go over there and just see if you can borrow the lawnmower? No.
Yeah, sure. Gotta get my bricks in.
I just don't want to. I just don't want to go ask Rob if I can borrow his.
I got to
I've seen
do
him.
3 bricks of 10 bricks of this one.
Give me more bricks, Theo. More bricks.
Buy one of those poles that you can put through cinder blocks and just start lifting that, and then see what your neighbors think of you.
Cinder block's just a huge brick.
We do need to make an exercise video, like a Billy Blank style video that's just all bricks.
And it can be called BrickShit House.
Oh, you want to be a brick shit house?
But it should just all be all of us just doing it and just being like, this is how you get fit. This is how you kill it, motherfuckers.
Working out with bricks. Did I ever? I told you guys about the time I met Billy Blanks.
What? This is better than an egg story. Let's go.
When I worked at Indigo, he was on his book signing tour, and he had Tybo had just come out and taken the world by storm.
Yeah.
And people were like, hey, Sneak, you want to come up and meet Billy Blanks? I was like, hell yeah, I want to meet Billy Blanks. And then I shook his hand, and I was like, Billy Blanks, so nice to meet you. I shook his hand. It was like a dead fish handshake. No.
That's disappointing.
I was so disappointed. And the guy was still huge and ripped.
Well, he just signed 1,000 books. Maybe his hand had
or maybe he was afraid to Bam Bam. Maybe he was afraid, because he's so strong.
Yeah, like Superman, he has to hold back. Yeah, he just
literally pulls back.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you know what?
Okay, cool, yeah.
Yeah. You know what?
Rocks. He rocks again. He rocks
Yeah. Fucking Billy Blanks. Yeah. Right on.
He saved your life that day.
I mean, he was the one threatening your life with a strong grasp, but at the same time, he saved your life.
He threatened and then he stepped down, and I was like, you almost killed me and just saved my life in the same moment.
Yeah.
It's shocking how much Billy Blanks comes up in this podcast. But never Richard Simmons.
I'm going to introduce myself this way to people now. Oh, I just saved your life because I almost killed you. I have a gun in my pocket. I didn't do it.
Meet you.
Saved your life.
Hi, I'm Jason DeRoss.
You owe me a life debt. You're my Wookiee. Let's go.
Can I just point out Haley in the comments, possibly the MVP? What are you building? My bod.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Damn.
Getting a delivery today. Bunch of bricks.
But we've already got people that are definitely want to sign up. Like Shayla's in. I want to lift bricks now. Fred, bricks are life. No problem.
No, not bricks are life. Show that one again.
You're true. Brick our life.
Hey, man. Brick our life.
Yeah. You want to be fit or you want to be brick fit?
I want to be brick fit, dude.
Okay, good. Pick up 3 brick.
And
lift all the brick over your head.
See all those brick over there?
That guy's sick as a brick.
Oh my god. Well, here's what I'm drinking, because I was like, I'm gonna do a breakfast sort of drink.
Yeah.
And I haven't started it yet. I went to visit my brother in Seattle. This is a long walk. And he showed me this whiskey called BSB. It's a type of whiskey. It's brown sugar bourbon. So not a whiskey, it's a bourbon. Actually, it's a bourbon all throughout. Same thing, yeah. But he's like, you gotta try this. And it tastes like when you put syrup on French toast. Like, that's what it tastes like. So I'm like, ooh, that's a breakfast whiskey for sure. Yeah. And he's like, it's my favorite. I love it, bourbon. Breakfast bourbon. And I was like, I love it. And it's his favorite. So then I found it in LA when I was here, and I sent it to him. I'm like, check out what I got. He's like, they stopped making that. One of the, I can't remember who it was. I think it's Kanye West, I think, bought them. And then and I'm probably wrong, but it is some sort of hip hop mogul, bought the brand, and they changed the recipe and they put it out in a new bottle to rebrand it. And he's like, and it's shit. Oh. So we went back to the store and got a couple bottles of these, but apparently it doesn't even exist anymore.
Wow.
So to my brother on this long walk.
Is this Xbox brother?
He's working at Xbox.
Awesome.
Oh, that's fun.
I love it. Xbox brother and the other brother. That's it.
I would just like
the other brother's marathon man.
Yeah.
I would just like to point out that Jason has a breakfast bourbon.
Yeah.
You gotta have a breakfast bourbon, a lunch bourbon, a snack bourbon. I have to label them all now too, because I think I should have. I feel like Stacey has to be there for this, because she's just gonna be. It's gonna be a thing. But I started Noom this week.
Oh.
Whoa!
Change your brain, change your life.
I will say that I'm already disappointed, but I'm a very skeptical person. I'm disappointed at the game. But I'm ready to go. I'm all in.
Okay, explain this to me, because I was thinking about this Noom thing and going, what do I? Because I keep asking my sister, what should I do to lose weight? And she's like, write down what you eat. And I'm like, how is that going to help me lose weight?
She's not wrong. But all of them have the same sort of everything falls in the same category of you basically count your calories, you figure out what foods you're eating, you add up those calories, and you eat the right foods to make those calories last and better working for you. And then, you do a bit of exercise here and there, but basically it's your diet of it's calorie counting. And the calories on great. Oh, this is good news. Caitlin loved Noom. And I the reason why I joined it is because I was going to get on Weight Watchers to do it with Stacy. But then I went and I did some stuff, and I'm like, a lot of people are loving Noom. So I was like, okay, cool. I'll jump on the Noom train.
Okay. But Caitlin also she loved Noom.
Yeah, past tense.
Right?
Yeah.
So now I'm a little curious.
Now she fucking hates Noom.
I lost my 34 pounds of trauma quarantine weight. Ayo! The thing that was different from this, and the reason why I did this one instead of like a Weight Watchers or something, is because a lot of people, there's articles about it, about people who did it, and then they did it again a year later, and there's stuff that's like, I can keep it off. So I'm like, because I've done the diets, and I've been like, boop, and then you go right back up. Like, I'm gonna. So that's what I'm doing. But I signed up for it. They sent all these discounts, and I was like, okay, cool. I'll just find whichever one's the cheapest. And then I signed up, and I'm like, oh, great. I've signed up for a year because it's the best discount. They really burned me on that. But then the first thing after I do it, they're like, great, you signed up. Good for you. Now, if you really want to do this well, there's a package where you could do this for an extra $50 right now. I was like, I already fucking hate you. I fucking hate you, Noom, so badly to get your weight plan and your fitness plan. I was like, this is what I signed up for. And I am finding that so far, again, people love it. So I'm only like 3 days in, so I'm not going to overly judge it. I'm doing it. But like, it seems like it's a lot of just calorie counting so far.
Yeah. You're right.
And I know that there's they say that it's a lot of cognitive behavioral things that they'll go through as well. Anyways, that's my Noom experience so far.
Remember when you were going to do some army diet? Remember that time?
No.
You're gonna do some sort of diet where it was like all in tins. It was all like just stuff in tins.
I was? That doesn't sound like me.
It
does sound like me to try anything that's a diet. They go, here you go, try this, the tin diet, Tin Man. And they've got like the Tin Man from the Wizard of Oz being like, you want to get built, motherfucker?
Yeah. You want to look like a round cylinder like me?
Lift these 6 brick. Let's go.
The whole diet is chip beef, Hershey bars, nylons, milk rations, powdered milk rations.
Great. Just a few follow-ups too. Caitlin said though, once you hit your weight, then just go to the free version and you can maintain, it sounds like. And Cindy will say also tracking your food does help a lot. Your sister's smart, Chris. You know it.
Yeah, I know, but it just seems like I'm never going to stare at, I don't have this list out in the open where I'm eating every day, so I'm not going to go back and go, oh my God. But I guess that's the point, right?
I think the goal is to notice habits that you have and go, okay, if I just eliminate this, how much better am I off? Oh, cool. Right. That's great. Like for me, I think this might be controversial, but I think I'm going to give up coffee because it's one of the things that it's like, for me to drink coffee, I have to make it sugary and sweet. And I put in like this coffee mate creamer and they're like, nope, that's a red food. You can have some red foods, but like it's a real waste.
Right.
You know what
so
I think
I might be getting that
too? Up. It's like you don't realize, like, I think you look great, Chris. Like, do whatever you want.
Beautiful.
Like, you're a beautiful
Billy
human.
Blanks.
But I think like when you track what you eat, regardless of what you want to do with that information, it just makes you cognizant of what you're eating. So say for instance, you're like, oh, I just had a few French fries. Like that's not a big deal. But then when you write that down and you see how like those things add up, you go like, oh, like for all the snacking that I do during the day, like I could actually have like a proper meal. And then like it just makes you cognizant of your habits, your behaviors, and what you're eating. And I think even if you don't want to lose weight, I think it's like good just kind of like in terms of our own consumption to know like what we're taking in.
I'll put this out there too. Yeah, I 100% agree with Jen because the app that works for me the best, and it's free, I mean, you can get a premium version, is just a Lose It app, which is kind of like MyFitnessPal, but it's the same thing. You just like write down your stuff and then it gives you the calories, and you can even be like Trader Joe's fill in the blank, and they have it, and they're like, great, here's all the nutritional information on it, and they go boom. So it's not like writing it down somewhere and checking. You have it all on this one app, and then you're like, oh, cool, man. Like I can see where I've really fucked up or whatever. I don't know. Is this content for everyone? We all love talking about this stuff, right? This is my
man. We're all over 40. Come on.
Hey,
we'll talk about this stuff, right?
Speak for yourself.
Jen is 26, 28.
Sorry.
Oh, she lied to me.
23 years old.
Just had my birthday.
Also, I don't know about this kind of stuff yet, but I'll throw it up there because Cindy's great. I'm tracking macros, and it really made me realize I wasn't eating enough for my fitness goals. I wish I could speak to this. I know in keto they talked a lot about macros versus micros, but I was only a month in and I did not learn enough about keto.
It's kind of like nutrients, like what kind of nutrients you're getting, proteins, carbs, etc. But I think like you just got to live your life. Try to get 10,000 steps in.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Our next class at BrickShit House is Jan's 10,000 step class, and then she just says that.
The first step in any fitness or like exercise or diet or whatever journey is realizing that you have to love yourself first.
Totally.
Then you do whatever you need to do that's going to make you love yourself more.
I love myself so much. That's one of my things. I love myself too much a bit that I'm going, Siddiqi, come on.
Will you bury me already?
Wow.
How long have we been here? Over 40 years together.
Yeah, right?
Let's put a ring on it.
Come on, dude. What are you waiting around for? We've been at this for years. Let's just elope. But my thing is like eating late. I love eating late. Then that comes out in the morning mail, you know what I mean? So then I'm like...
It's the worst when the mailman doesn't do his rounds that day. And you're like, oh, well, now I'm in trouble.
Or when the mailman's shoving the mailbox full of every piece of mail and flyer and newspaper, and you're like, what did I read?
Chris,
when the mailman comes by at like 4 a.m. and is like, no, I'm delivering now.
What they say the mailman comes, rain, sleet, or snow, and they mean it.
You got to put a sticker on your bod that says no junk mail.
Yeah. Wow.
They're not going to listen to that.
That's why I'm tracking my packages now. Now, when my sister said track your packages, I'd be like, all right, I'm on it.
I want the Domino's app, but for when the mailman's coming. When the mailman's coming in the morning. Baking. Where's it at now?
It's coming into the red.
Roger is coming along with your pizza now.
This might be too gross, but I somehow got onto like poop TikTok.
Well, again, I will say Shayla's like, it wouldn't be the regulars without some poo talk. So
there you go, girl. This one's for
healthy.
you.
It's healthy talk.
Every video, every second video I was seeing was talking about your transit time. And they were like, if you want to check your transit time, just eat a bunch of beets and then see how long it takes for your poop to come out red. And that's how long everything's in your guts. I also want to point out the little kitty behind Kris.
Yeah, cute. Cute as hell.
And I somehow got off of that. Thank God. And then just onto Disney TikTok.
I'd be worried because I do that, but I'd probably be like, oh, it came out quick. And then the doctor would be like, no, you got punched really hard in the stomach. That was internal bleeding.
No, that's blood.
That's blood. That's bad.
That's when you fell.
Yeah.
Because I did split my kidney at one point in my life. And then that happens. And then I was like, oh yeah. Then you're like, oh yeah, this is the worst.
How do you split your kidney?
Snowboarding.
Yeah. Is a contusion and it splits and then you have internal bleeding. You got to go lay down and stuff like that.
You got to go lay down.
In a special place.
You know what? Just go lay down. You'll be fine. Lay it off.
But it's scary when that happens because you're like, especially because I was like 18 or whatever. I'm like, I guess I'm dead now. This is it. I'm dying.
Amazing.
Anyways.
Wow.
I didn't die.
Anyways, cheers to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bless.
Mm-hmm. Are you guys
Stop it. Ow, don't.
What are you going to do? Huh?
This is no good for people that are listening.
I was about to say, this audio content, we're going to kill it today. Are you guys watching anything? Are you binging anything right now? Because you guys are still on lockdown for, oh no, you just got out. We're done. We're done lockdown, right?
I think I'm still locked down.
Sort of.
On paper, we're done, but mentally, everyone's still on lockdown here.
Everyone's
I'm not lining up at home since.
Hell no, man.
No, but it's nice that you guys can at least go outside. Is that something? You're walking around and stuff? That's nice.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
So
the stay-at-home order has lifted.
Yeah. But lockdown's still here.
So I'm only asking because it seems like people are binging more than anything now. Is there anything you guys are binging that you're like, oh, this is a show that everybody need to watch?
I just finished Hacks.
That's what I was gonna say. We finished it last night. Hey!
Yeah.
Never heard of this
Hacks?
show.
What the hell is Hacks?
So
what is it?
It's Jean Smart, who
Designing
I love.
Women.
Designing Women,
awesome.
which I am also rewatching. And this woman whose name I can't remember. Jason, do you know her name? Anyway, Jean
I
Smart
don't know her
plays-
name because I don't know her from anything else though
Right.
either. So
Jean Smart plays this older kind of like Joan Rivers type comedian that has a residence in Vegas, and the younger woman plays this LA writer who just got canned from her job for some tweet, and they mash them together, and like the younger writer is like trying to help the older writer like kind of revamp her act. And I really
to her dismay, she does not want
to her dismay. Yeah, they're both very unhappy. They're both kind of unlikable. They're both a bit mean. And I really liked the show. But
there's a but.
There's no but, but there is a but. There's no but.
You
However,
said but.
However, the end left me feeling a little unsatisfied, and I'm still trying to figure out why.
We could talk about it after because
Yeah.
I have one thing that I'm like, oh, they did that was really unsatisfying.
Where do I watch this show?
Yeah.
Crave, baby. HBO
Huh?
Plus.
Crave.
HBO.
HBO? What's
HBO?
HBO?
It's the lady HBO. It's H.O.
That's
Home
nice.
Period Office.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. And I also watched Murder.
We can hear you, Baker.
Where? Who am I?
I can't talk quietly.
I know. I love
He
it, though.
has
I'm
no
sorry.
inside voice.
I can't. Like, my neighbors are all looking. I'm gonna go show them some bricks pretty soon.
My
son sends me messages. You know, he's like, "I'm trying to learn school here."
I'm sorry, Dad's drinking at noon in a robe in his tiny soccer hat, trying to have a good time.
I'm trying to learn school here.
Tell your teacher that.
All right, children. Today on school, we're learning.
All Theo's Zoom class is hearing is like, where do I watch Hacks?
HPO.
Okay.
Is there anything that Baker or Chris that you guys are watching right now? Okay, no,
Really good question. Pardon me?
This is
there we go.
very.
Oh, this is like a Baker
bizarre.
ASMR, yeah.
Weird egg.
Bronchitis egg. I hate that the egg has the same like sickness that we can get.
I know.
Food shouldn't get that.
It could have been just like you know how they had that commercial. This is your brain, and then they'd crack it, and they'd be, this is your brain on drugs. It could have just been like, this is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. The other like weird egg. And they'd be like, oh yeah, I'm never doing drugs. Never.
That means that somebody with bronchitis coughed up a chicken's butt. That's what that means. If you think about it for real.
Come here, Jigger.
But also that it's commonly known means it happened more than once.
Yeah.
Like,
Cliff, just use a Kleenex. I bought these chickens and I'm going to use them.
People always used to talk about like farmers having sex with sheep, but that's not the problem.
No.
Farmers are coughing up chickens' butts when they got bronchitis. That's the problem.
why are you constantly having conversations about people having sex with sheep anyways?
He was on that message board for a while.
Yeah.
In that Facebook group, right? That's a really popular one.
Yeah. Where are you guys at? You guys aren't on those ones?
I get
I saw
kicked
that
out of those
commercial.
ones.
I saw that Facebook group commercial. It was kind of a weird commercial.
It's also lazy scientists who are just like, I don't know of a new name. Just call it bronchitis. We
That
can't
already
think of a
exists.
new name.
Called it Arnold Palmer.
Ayo Palomo.
Is anybody watching the show Younger? Because people in the chat are like loving the show Younger. Shayla started watching it. Megan's in.
I
Amanda
feel
loves
really
it.
bad because I don't like shows now are not my thing. I'm not into
I get it.
shows.
What
I
are you
gotta
into,
find-
drawings?
I mean, I love drawings. but I'm not binging drawings.
What are you watching for drawings?
You know what? Okay, this is really nerdy, and I wonder if any of the cool ladies, because I feel like all these ladies in this chat are way too cool, and I'm a nerd. But I was watching the Castlevania series on Netflix. I mean, it's anime. It is English voiced.
Was it originally a video game, or did the video game come from that?
Yeah, originally a video game. That was
a great video game.
We were all kids, yeah. And it's written by one dude. The entire series is written by one dude, and it's phenomenal. It gives you a whole new interpretation of vampires. It's really good. You got to get over watching a cartoon, though. So many people are like, I just can't watch cartoons. But see, everyone's
cartoons are the best shows.
Yeah, me and Theo are watching all of the Studio Ghiblis that he's never seen, and
I know.
They're every single one of them is just like some of them don't even have conflict. We watch Kiki's Delivery Service today. It's like there's no conflict.
Yeah,
it's just a witch who delivers things the whole movie, and it's fantastic.
Have you guys watched
Studio Ghibli?
Sorry, Studio Ghibli. No, this is the best. Studio Ghibli has done all those movies like Princess Mononoke.
Oh, okay.
Or Spirited Away.
Yeah.
And they just added all the like back catalog to Netflix. Baker, Sebastian and I have been doing that too. Have you watched Palm Poco?
No. Should we watch that one?
Dude, you gotta watch. It's about raccoons in the city, and they can magically transform into things, and they use their ball sack to like make rugs and parachutes and stuff.
They use their ball sacks to make rugs, and they make a ton of money.
And they're trying to fight off developers who are bulldozing their land.
Cool.
I still want to go to that market and go to that booth where the rugs shop is just all like made of ball sack, but you don't know until you're like, ooh, this one's
this is nice. And then it turns into a raccoon. And you're like, oh,
hey,
Japanese raccoon.
Kris, just to make you just to see what you've done here, there is lots of people in the chat loving Castlevania.
Yes.
There's and then also Shayla's trying her best to watch Bit Players. Can't get it in her bedroom TV.
Kayla,
maybe you and Nigel could just go to her place and like act the series out a little bit.
Yeah, I mean that's easy. We do it all the time. There's a lot of people who are like, look, I can't get this on my bedroom TV or my kitchen fridge screen. Are you guys free? And Nigel, it's a pandemic.
Yeah. What are they doing? They just do it on your lawn.
Yeah.
Distance, yeah. Sick. Do you guys want to travel around the world a bit? I know, like, look, Stacy's not here.
What's happening right now?
And Dumb Stories comes and goes.
What's going on right now?
Ding, that's my stop comes and it goes. I know I get made fun of it all the time, but do you guys want to hear about some dumb things that are happening around the world?
Oh God, yeah. Although first we got to find out, is Baker binging anything?
That's true too. I did kind of like fly over Baker.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I just finished watching The Circle, and I love The Circle.
The new
I know
one?
everyone's already watched that. Yeah, it's just really fun. It really I don't know why I love it, but I love it.
Did you watch season 1 when it was on you, and now you're doing season 2?
Yeah, I just finished season 2. Yeah.
Was it as because season 1 I loved because there wasn't really rules yet, and they're like kind of figuring it out as it goes, and I was like, oh, this is what reality shows should be instead of like I know how to play the game. I've seen this 26 seasons now, and I know what the fuck's going on, and now I'm going to rule this. But like things were just flying at them, and you're like, this is not, and people were kind of nice rather than like the horrible. But then season 2 I started watching, I was like, nope, they're already I couldn't watch it past one episode because I was like, oh, these are already people that are looking to play the game.
No, it's all playing the game. There's also lots of nice people. I love it because it's a master class in tactics. In like, and it's like it helps me with my writing because it's like all these people are trying to win this game, but they can't outwardly just be pricks. So they got to think of every tactic they can try to make other people to like them, and it's like it's brilliant in that way. It's like it teaches me a lot. Yeah.
That's funny because the real reason, I mean, yes, I just finished with Hacks last night too, but the other thing that I've been binge watching on my own without my white wife, is Survivor. I'm going through like old seasons of Survivor because I'm like, I used to love this, and then I stopped watching it. But I'm going through a season right now that's really hard to get through because did anyone watch Survivor? Not really, eh?
In the beginning years, I did.
I watched the first season and did a bunch of cocaine while I watched it.
you had to lift up the mic for that because you didn't want to yell that into Theo's class?
He will learn about it, but not yet.
It's just weird because you meet these terrible people and you're like, it's turned into a thing where I'm like, I can't stand some of these people and what they do. Because in this season that I'm watching, so there was the most famous villain so far, because I'm not caught up, but is this guy named Russell. People remember Russell. They're like, oh, Russell's Hans is he was terrible to everybody all the time, but he was just strategizing. And then his nephew comes on in one of the seasons, and he's like, I'm not going to tell anybody my things, nephew, but he's like, I'm Christian as hell and like word of God and all this kind of stuff. And then he's the worst. I'm only like 4 episodes in, but he's already tried to kick a woman off for tempting him so much. And she didn't do, none of her actions led towards tempting him. He's just like, she's beautiful and she's tempting me. But he doesn't see it like that. He's like, she's evil. She's evil because she's attractive.
Wow.
And she's like, I don't know why he's coming at me. And I'm like, this is hard to watch.
Wow.
Because you're like, this guy's evil.
That's some fundamental shit right there. That's what women have been facing since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
If you watch Survivor and you watch, especially episodes from like 10 years ago, you will see things and you're like, what? And then you're like, oh yeah, we're horrible
everything
people.
10 years ago, though.
That's true, but
30 Rock from 10 years ago, and you're like, whoa! Yeah. And I love that show, but like, wow.
Yeah.
Even Arrested Development. Let's talk about Arrested Development. And there are so many things in Arrested Development that you're like, wait.
And I'm pretty sure we all loved Arrested Development when it was
even
out.
Bit Players from 10 years ago. Whoa! Ouchie! 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 Ouchie!
Well, I went 10 years from now, and trust me, it does not age well at all, even in the future.
The stuff now.
Yeah.
Ooh, ouchie, ouchie, ouchie.
Nigel and I have stopped performing that. When people be like, hey, can you come over? We're like, we're not doing that stuff.
We're not doing that stuff in your bedroom.
No. Too dangerous.
Who would have thought that the term "my love" would become such a racial slur?
They ripped down the statues of Nigel and Kris and wrote "my love" all over it as they rolled it into Lake Ontario.
I can't fucking wait for that.
Nigel does not want you to watch Bit Players from 10 years ago. That's when Nigel was at Western. He was in Western trying to play football for Western 10 years ago.
London, Ontario.
London, Ontario, yeah. Can you guys hear that?
I can hear something.
Sorry, I can't hear you all of a sudden because it's like there's a helicopter above my house and it's loud. Anyways,
What's with LA and helicopters? They're freaking everywhere all the time.
I know. I think it's the easiest way to get back and forth in that city. I think
it's because LA is just so spread out. So it's like you get car chases all the time. Actually, I don't know why. I'm making that up.
We're gonna car chase in El Segundo. we need help in
This bit's fantastic. This bit's
Hey, we're looking for a cruiser to get into Silver Lake.
If you were working that, wouldn't you always be the guy that fights to be like, I just want to ride the copter today. Oh man, I never get to ride the copter.
Yeah, come on. Bike? Oh, come on, man. Copter.
You gotta tell us who to go.
I'm on the Lime scooter again.
The bus that carries all the other cops? No, the copter.
At least let me go on the speed bus. That's why I became a cop.
I showed
cop that just follows buses around. I know it's gonna happen. There's gonna be a bomb one day, and I'm gonna be the cop that takes it down.
There should be a cop bus for chasing other buses. That's a great idea.
Cop bus. Ding, that's my stop.
Baker,
Caruana, that's your
stop bus today.
We will get into it because I got one bit of love from it, and that's all I need. Thank you, Megan. Dumb stories. That's all I need.
Oh, perfect.
Is one person to go, hey, Jason, you want to do that? And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll do that. No problem. So
I also, sorry, Jason, to interrupt. I just see that Nigel has said that he hates you. And for a second, I was like, why? And then I realized Nigel went to Guelph.
Yeah, and he hates Western. He hates Western with a passion.
Yeah, okay.
Did you do that on
see you, Nigel.
100% on purpose. You would not believe how much this is one of the things we used to do at the main stage, and he does not like Western very much. They're your rivals. He was a football player. For those of you who don't know, he was a football player in college. And when you have a rival and you're in a sport, especially like a sport where there's a camaraderie of such a big team, it turns into like a life, a cult, I think, a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Nigel for sure should be our spokesperson for BrickShit.
Oh, big time.
Do you want to get fit or do you want to get BrickShit?
Don't use dumbbells like those other idiots.
Like those dumbbells.
Dumbbells are for dumbbells. Bricks are for smarts.
Bricks are for brick.
Now, in this next exercise, we are using dumbbells just once. One time.
Because ergonomically, actually, they're very good for your wrists and your hand. And they should be used.
But then we're throwing them in the trash.
And then we're moving to bands, baby.
Season 2 of BrickShit House. We're not using any bricks this season. Turns out, a lot of problems with the bricks.
Super bad for your back, and the construction guys were getting mad.
Absolutely.
A lot of neighbors pissed off.
2x4s, all 2x4s.
The children's hospital didn't get
4s.
built because of BrickShit House, the BrickShit House plan, and all the kids got had to move to another town. So
now we're on the tin can diet. Tin cans to work out, tin cans to eat.
We're still called BrickShit House, though. Can't change the logo or the marketing now because we're already deep in it.
10 years from now, they'll be like, you know why we were called BrickShit House? It's actually a really interesting story. Because you used to use bricks? Okay, Jeremy, jumping ahead.
Sure. I mean, we use pillows now. Now we use pillows. And it's still called BrickShitHouse.com, yes.
And we partner with Noom. Because,
Just keep track. I want you to write down all the pillows you lift all day.
Oh, man. My sister told me to write down all the pillows I sleep in. God,
my problem is you have to get special pillows. You sign up for the program, and then they say, well, do you want a $50 pillow? And you're like, okay, I have to get the $50
There it
pillow.
is.
There's the fucking rub.
I got to get a throw pillow and a catch pillow? Come on.
Oh, what is this?
Look, if you want to get pillow fit, you got to get down.
Just go to BrickShitHouse.com, okay? I'll tell you everything.
/pillow.
Can we see if that
tin can?
We got to find out. We got to find out if that internet address is available after this because we need to grab it now.
Yeah.
I feel like someone on our chat already went and grabbed it at this point. Great. Here we go, guys. I'm going to tell you some dumb things that happened around the world. Ding That's My Stop has kind of changed a little bit because, I read the title and then go, well, that's either the story or we just it doesn't make sense of the story. But there's a few interesting things that I have found that have went on. Let me just, I know, I talk about this too much. And then my explanation
I like how you amp it up.
I think what it is I just need to get into it because my explanation, which makes it sound stupid, and it is stupid, but here's the stupidity of the world. There's a guy who's called the Sperminator.
Ding.
His name is.
That's him.
This is the stop.
You found me.
And his true name is Ari.
Whoa!
He
really knows how to build suspense.
Wow.
He's close.
We lost you for a sec, Jay.
Oh no, that's what.
Yeah, you're back.
What's his real name?
Ari. But he is close to fathering 100 children, and he says, "Don't focus on me." That's the title. He doesn't want the news flashes to be about him. He wants it to be on the mothers. He's like, I have 77 children. That's true. But then you look at the 3 women that we just saw on the screen, and they don't have 77 children. For them, it's about them having their first or their second, third. So it's not much. Don't focus on me. Focus on them because they just want to have a family. So that's his message, is don't focus on me because I'm the Sperminator.
That's the last message I wanted from the Sperminator.
I have a few questions about the Sperminator, Jason.
Sure. Yep. Hopefully I'll be able to answer them.
I have many questions about the Sperminator.
I think I know your question that's coming, and I think I have an answer for it. I just have to find it in the article.
Did he have these women through intercourse, or is he a sperm donor?
Okay, the mothers he has donated sperm to live in the U.S. or abroad, and most conceived children through artificial insemination. But Ari Nagel, told the journalist that around a dozen of his children were conceived the old-fashioned way. But that was in my much earlier donation years. So
he referred to sex as his donation years.
Ew.
Sorry, I gave it the office.
Yeah. Ew.
yeah,
So he's not really a father to any of these children except in the biological sense.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. And when you see him, you're like, okay, because he's been on talk shows. He was on that show that what's his face, Anthony Anderson hosts about like truth or whatever. I forget what it's called. To Tell the Truth. To be like, which one of these guys is lying? And it's
okay.
And he's wearing a shirt
that we have that fake lie. I have 100 children, and then people are like, "Oh, this guy's lying." And,
yeah.
Okay.
He also says, I have 15 women currently pregnant in Alabama, Connecticut, Florida, Maryland, New York, New Jersey, Tennessee, and Texas, plus one in Europe. I have 84 children born when he taped the Dr. Oz tape.
This guy's a full creep. Yeah. So is Dr. Oz.
Yeah.
Third, why would you want so much of your genetic material out there? The world is a small place. 2 of those kids.
Look, don't get me started on overpopulation.
I know you, Jason. This must really have rankled
100 guys to one? Like, this is insane. 100 to one person? Well, I don't know how many ladies it's been because I think because I don't think it's the equal. It's like he's just donating. I think with 1 or 2 of the ladies, he's had 1 or 2 children, apparently.
Right.
So, but still, yeah, like putting 100 people out there, that's my nightmare. It's a sitcom.
Yeah, it seems like he's bragging about, like he's proud of it, you know? Like,
he's going on talk shows.
This is the thing that defines me, so I'm going to really lean into it and be.
Guys, don't no applause. Yes, it's me. I've donated a lot of sperm, but
yeah, I've been shrinking my dink all over town. But the thing is, like, what has he kept track of the women that he's donated to?
Obviously,
it seems as though.
Voodoo's on it because I know that it's up to pass this now, but whatever article.
What now?
Whatever article? What?
I see Voodoo says he's got 55 babies with 72 women. Am I doing the math wrong on that?
That's what Voodoo's saying too. Is how confusing that is.
What the?
There's
Jason,
women.
You're back.
I'm sort of back. Yeah. Okay, great. And now I can unclick this. Maybe great. Yeah, I don't know why my internet keeps falling out. I'm so sorry. Yeah, well, that's the Sperminator.
Yucky, so yucky.
Boo.
And all of these are a little weird, so I won't. I'll just jump right into them.
No, let's hear the explanation of how this works again.
It is kind of like, what am I doing to my life?
We're back. Just a quick recap.
This is about a Florida woman, maybe Cindy, I don't know. It won't be Cindy, guaranteed. But a Florida woman who's 28 years old. What she did is she dressed as a student at a Miami high school to go and promote her Instagram account. And she was arrested. She resisted. She tried to lie to police officers for a long time. That she's like, no, I'm with this school. And all the kids are like, no, you don't go here. You're 28 for sure. And she's like, no, this is my uniform. She was passing out like flyers and shit like that. So yeah, she faces charges of burglary, interference with an educational institution, and resisting an officer without violence. Which we kind of all do.
You never really know how old you actually look until you stand beside a teenager. Like 100%. I remember, it might have even been with you, Rob and Chris, but like we used to go do like improv corporate gigs at U of T during Frosh Week.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like we were in our 30s, like maybe late 20s, 30s. And I would always think to myself, like, because I played a teen at 25.
Yeah.
So I have that in my psyche that I'm like, I still look young. I could pass for a teen. But nothing makes you realize how young a teen actually looks until you see a real live teen.
Yeah.
Most of the time. Jen, have you ever watched the final, like a basketball college Final Four?
Oh, yeah, that's nuts.
I watch those guys and I'm like, they look like, I still watch it and go, oh, these when I get this guy's age,
yeah, I know.
I'll have a beard like that.
Yeah,
and they're like 18.
Yeah,
but they look like full blown men. Although when
hockey players,
it's true. It seems to be like athletes are like that. But I will tell you, when I was, where is it? When I was this, I was
petite.
I was on the basketball. This is me in 9C. My homeroom was 9C.
Whoa.
But when I was I was playing basketball against, and then when you go to a team in Toronto, the guys were, I played, I think, against Jamal Magloire or someone, like guys that eventually made the NBA. And they're all like, yeah, we're going to play this kid. And I'm like, let's go, baby.
So scrappy.
I just blew up my liver, but let's go.
I either ate beets 16 hours ago or I'm pooing blood. Let's rock.
Swish.
What was her Instagram account?
I wish I knew.
Promote it.
I want to follow. I've done a lot to promote my own Instagram account, let me tell you, but like that's next level.
Yeah.
Well, she was accused. Her name's Audrey Nicole Francisquini, I think is how it's pronounced. She's accused of handing out flyers. She was handing out flyers to students promoting her social media account while wearing a backpack and carrying a skateboard around.
That is absolutely hello, fellow teens. You nailed it, Rob.
Hello. That's exactly.
Did she think she saw that meme and go, hey, it worked for Steve Buscemi. I should try that.
Had a backward baseball cap on, ready to go.
TikTok.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
What did she burgle?
I don't know.
Their time.
She burgled their future. Yeah.
She allegedly told an officer that she was a student and she was just looking for the registration office, and then it stopped a second time, but she still continued to hand out flyers and say that she was a student there.
Was the flyer for her Instagram?
I guess. She's also probably, she says she's 28, but I imagine she's like 46 and being like, how do I get on this Instagram? I'll go hand out flyers. I used to do this in high school. It works. Yeah, I guarantee you.
Yeah. Word of mouth, baby.
That's how Instagram works, right?
I'll show my kids that I can get a better account than them. No problem.
I actually want to do that. I stand outside of a high school now and give out flyers for my Instagram. That's a great idea.
It is a great idea. You don't need to go in. Just stand outside and be like, hey, kids.
Instead of the @ symbol, it's just quotes at robbaker.com.
It's on glossy finish, folds out, lots of examples of the pictures on my Instagram.
Use my own laminating machine. It's good. Yeah. We're good.
Except it's called Instantgram. Instantgram.com.
Because we're coming to the end, actually. It's been so fast and so fun. But before we do, I do want to grab one more story because this one also was like, there's some fun in this one. It's in Houston, not in Florida, but Houston police say that there was crystal meth found in a breakfast burrito. So this is someone, I guess, trying to travel through an airport. 2 X-ray scans revealed smuggling attempt at Hobby Airport.
Oh, like not in the food, but like an actual.
Here's the whole
pack.
thing. I'm super disappointed because I never read that part of it. I just thought like someone was at a fast food joint and was like, "What's it?" Because they show the picture of it.
Why is this burrito so good?
It's literally a breakfast burrito, but in the middle of it is like definitely drugs. You're like, oh, someone opened this breakfast burrito, but inside of it is like a roll of. I guess this is what crystal meth looks like. I guess, which is great. Anyways. I like to go out on a bang, so.
Kaboom, baby.
I like to go out on a crystal meth burrito.
Yeah. Someone wrote, breakfast burritos are delicious, but officers were surprised to find crystal meth inside. Yeah, of course.
It'd be great if they weren't. It's like, we see this all the time.
Wait, the person they talked to started by talking about how delicious breakfast burritos are?
100%. And they're not wrong.
Statement here.
First and foremost.
Listen, with the salty sausage and the well-done scrambled eggs meat with a layer of American
caramelized
cheese.
onions. Come on, who can say no to this?
To be honest, it sort of does make sense if they're taking a plane because they're wrapping it in tinfoil. So it's like, yeah, it's just a burrito. I'll put it through the X-ray machine, no problem, because it ain't gonna show up.
Oh, this thing? Oh, you want me to put it through? Okay, yeah, sure, I'll put this through.
Do you want me to take a bite? I'll take a bite.
No, put it through, please. Put it through.
One pill.
This is gonna be a fucked up airplane ride in about 3 seconds.
That guy's been talking about his breakfast burrito for 3 hours.
That's like that old Mr. Show sketch, remember, where he's trying to hide weed in a shampoo and all he could say is shampoo? There's a good shampoo. I mean, not shampoo. It's other. I got the shampoo. Not shampoo.
Awesome.
I once saw an episode of Law and Order SVU where they were trying to smuggle a gibbon into the country in a basketball.
So they put her, because a gibbon, you mean a monkey. They put a monkey inside a basketball.
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be a loud basketball at some point. Like, even if you put it to sleep, eventually it's going to wake up. And be like,
the basketball just kept rolling back and forth. And the guy had to like pretend he was like playing with it.
My cousin tried to smuggle lizards into Canada from Mexico.
Full stop, the end.
But they got loose on the plane.
No!
Yeah.
You're joking.
No, I'm not even joking. He
got them on the plane. Is it
lizards on a plane?
Yeah.
Were they in his suitcase or something? Like, were they in his carry-on?
Yeah, it was in his carry-on, and they just got loose, and there was lizards all over the plane. He got arrested. He got arrested for that.
Motherfucking lizards on a plane.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, I think ending it on lizards on a plane is pretty fucking good.
Oh man,
guys! Happy cottage weekend! Thank you all.
Happy
for
cottage weekend, guys! Thanks for coming up to the cottage.
Baker, we know that you've got an awesome website made up by your son. Is there anywhere else right now? I know the world's not opened up fully, but is there anywhere else that people can find you right now?
No, that's a wonderful place to go.
Perfect. A beautiful website, robbiebaker.com. Find out everything that his son knows about his father, and is put into a beautiful website. Siddiqi, what about you? Where can we find you?
If you guys go to the west end of Toronto, you can go to 275.
Yep.
I need a pamphlet for this.
Okay, I'll come to your class and give you out one.
Make sure you bring the skateboard so you're allowed on campus.
Yeah.
Jan Caruana, beautiful two little sandwiches. Where do we find you?
You can find me on Instagrandma.com at 2 little sandwiches. And you can subscribe to my newsletter. The last one I put out had a picture of me in a bikini.
I saw it.
Ayo!
Yeah, Rob saw it and sent me a very nice text.
I'm looking that up right now too.
Hold on here. Get
but Kris, you're all your fans are saying, what about your D&D pod? What about BitPlayers? Where can people see that?
What about it? Look, what am I telling? I'm telling people who already know about it. Come on. No, I'm joking. You know what, guys? Thank you, ladies and everybody. There's D&D and there's this show we got. Guys, you already know. Come on. You know what? Don't think about me. Think about you. What are you going to do?
Think about the ladies.
Anyways, everybody go check out the D&D stuff that Kris is doing. Everyone go check out 2 Little Sandwiches. Everybody go check out robbiebaker.com, most importantly. We'll be back again next Friday. Can't wait to see everybody. We'll have Stacey McGonigal back, and she'll be refreshed and recharged because she was at a cottage. Great. We're all okay. I'm not going to stop.
I can't. Mine's a dress, and I can't pull it over my head.
We already love you, Jan. Thanks, everybody. And we'll see you all next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye. I love you guys. I love you. Bye.